This is Tyler. Tyler, with Grammarly's help, is writing an email to his boss, Anita.
Right now, I'm feeling lonely, I'm feeling empty, yet everyone is all around me. Oh, why can't I be like them? Can't I truly be myself? Wish that everything was so wish that everyone could accept the real me. I have tried to hide it all this time, but it's killing me inside. Nobody knows who I really am, so I keep on crying, and I keep crying, crying, crying. Yes, I keep crying, crying, crying. Yes, I keep crying, crying, crying. Yes, I keep crying. It's a cry from the closet. The cry from the closet. Yeah. My friends, my family, my neighbors, and everyone all around me. Hey, hey, people like me, people who I know right there. Wish that everything was so different. Wish that all of them could understand the real me. I have tried to hide it all this time, but it's killing me inside. Nobody knows who I really am, so I keep on crying alone, and I keep crying, crying, crying. Yes, I keep crying, crying, crying. Yes, I keep crying, crying, crying. Yes, I keep crying. It's a cry from the closet. A cry from the closet. Oh, you keep putting me down with all those hateful words you say. But now it's time for me to stand up on my 2 feet. I cannot take it anymore. I'm tired living a lie. And now it's time for me to show you the real me. Show you the real me.
Hello everybody, welcome back to this again. I am back with yet more updates from Kakuma Camp, where LGBT refugees are under attack. I was here about probably 7 hours ago with some updates, and new updates have come in. They have been battered again. They have been beaten seriously, and I think that the reason I'm bringing this to you is to make sure that we take this seriously, that this gets on our agenda as human rights defenders, as humanity, just humans, as humanity, that we rise up in outrage against what is happening to LGBT refugees in Kakuma Camp. It is Pride Month. Yes, let's have fun this Pride Month. But what is the meaning of this Pride Month when some people are on the verge of losing their lives? As we speak, more have been taken to hospital. We are going to be hearing from some of them. They are somewhere waiting. Guys in Kakuma Camp, please be ready to come on and tell us what is happening. We will also be having some refugee activists in Kenya, Purity Page and Moses Mbazira, who will be coming to really unpack this situation even more for us. But for now, please share this live. Share it with any policymakers you know in Kenya, in Africa, or elsewhere in the world. Share it with human rights organizations you know. Share it with Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Outright International. Name the organization. Share it with LGBT organizations in Africa, because those are the organizations that should start this. Those are the organizations that should lead us on this. LGBT organizations in Kenya, LGBT organizations in Africa, please lead us into some kind of outrage for the safety and lives of these people in Kenya. LGBT refugees under attack from fellow refugees and from the Turkana people in northwestern Kenya. I'll play this song again as you invite more people, and in about 2 minutes we will proceed. Thank you for being here.
I cannot hide it anymore. It's been killing me inside. Nobody knew who I really am. And I'm tired of crying. And I'm tired, tired, tired. Yes, I am tired, tired of crying.
Kakuma Camp, friends in Kakuma Camp, I don't see you yet online. Please give me a sign that you are here. Claire, give me a sign that you are here. Everybody is waiting for you here.
I am tired, tired, tired. Yes, I am tired, tired of crying from the roses.
Hi everybody around, I see you. Thank you for showing up.
I have tried to hide it all this time, but it's killing me inside. Nobody knows.
Thank you Hadija Katerega for sharing the video. Thank you very much. All those who can, please share the video. And Kakuma friends, I need to see you online.
Yes, I keep crying, crying, crying. Yes, I keep crying, crying, crying. Yes, I keep crying. It's a cry from the roses.
Purity, please make sure that the people in Kakuma are on this live and that they send their requests right now.
We cry from the roses.
I see your friends from Africa, friends from Europe. I see you friends from North America. Thank you for being here.
My friends, my family, my neighbors, and everyone all around me. Hey, hey. People like
Lighton Namubiru, so good to see you here. Thank you for showing up.
wish that everything was so different. Wish that all of them could understand the real me. I have tried to hide it all this time, but it's killing me inside. Nobody knows who I really am. So I keep on crying alone, and I keep crying, crying, crying. Yes, I keep crying, crying, crying. And I keep crying, crying, crying. Yes, I keep crying. It's a cry from the closet. A cry from the closet. Oh, you keep putting me down with all those painful words you say. But now it's time for me to stand up on my 2 feet. I cannot take it anymore. I'm tired living a lie, and now it's time for me. So you the real me.
All right, friends. It is an update from Kakuma Camp in Kenya, where refugees are under attack. We are lucky to get. Who is here with us?
Okay, guys, tupenze live.
Who is here with us? Is that you, Claire?
No, it's Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, no light at all. What time is it in Nairobi, in Kakuma right now?
Hello. Speak up. Yeah. What's the time?
It's around
9 p.m. So we were here earlier on, a few hours ago, where you shared with us what is happening in the camp, the attacks and the butchering, the beatings, the rape that is happening to LGBT refugees in Kakuma camp without any sort of protection from those that are concerned. And I just took a nap and woke up to messages that there have been fresh attacks on you guys. What happened this evening? What happened to you guys?
What happened?
Yeah, we were here seated, and a group of Sudanese. Some are our neighbors. They get hiding in there. Whenever they attack us, they get a base where they can attack us.
What happened, right?
So we were attacked at around 6:30. A group of Sudanese came in 5 directions. So we were enclosed, and then we were attacked and beaten. Some managed to escape. Luckily, none is dead. But we really don't know their fate because we are making a head count, but some people are missing. The police has come after some long time, maybe let's say 20-30 minutes.
No, after an hour.
A full hour. Sorry. The attacks are so violent. We don't want to stay in this place. I think we have had enough. We are not an experiment. We are not lab rats. We are people who need humanity. We came here for humanitarian help. And whatever, I don't know, whatever, I don't even want to know, whatever organizations they are there. We are not getting any help, and we're not getting any protection or any security, period.
So, Emmanuel, I'm sorry that this is happening, guys, but we saw earlier on today, we saw a lot of you showed us your injuries. People had been battered. Are any of you hurt right now? Are any of you ailing with wounds?
Many. More than 20.
More than
20
20
plus.
Almost.
Like 25.
Musobola okutulaga ku biwundu.
Yeah, we can send you the pictorial evidence.
People were taken to hospital by the police right now.
The first car has been taken, but others are still waiting, as you can see at the back there.
Whenever we call for help, whenever we call for help, the organizations always give us delaying tactics.
So the police
time.
showed up after 1 hour, and what did they do?
Almost 2 hours.
Only 1 hour. We call the hotline, they tell us, you people, you wait, we're going to work on you.
And where are the Sudanese now? How far do they stay from where you are?
They are in the surroundings. I got the question. The Sudanese collaborate with our neighbors because our neighbors are all Sudanese.
Okay. So
you get the picture.
So
whenever they come to attack, they give them security and hiding. Because those people have all information about us, and they operate in a clandestine way, like how you see rebels, how guerrilla tactics are.
informed the UNHCR, the UN Agency for Refugees? Have you?
We have tried everything. We are tired of contacting the UNHCR. Please, they are not doing their part. Yeah.
Are there any people who have not
Okay.
yet been taken to hospital right there with you?
First car's gone.
Yeah, there are many here who are seriously being taken to
Okay.
hospital. But in the first instance, we thank you for such a good call-up. But the situation here, the ambulance has just reached right now. The ambulance is there. You can see it.
And
It has just reached right.
yeah,
It is taking some of
group
our
of people.
members. It's over there. It's taking some of the members who are injured right now.
Wow.
You can see the ambulance is moving
Yeah,
away.
yes, we see it. I hope you guys
Yeah,
on the live show are seeing the ambulance. Uh,
yeah.
for those who have just
It's
come here,
moving away and it's taking some of the injured members.
refugees in Kakuma Camp in the Turkana region of Kenya, that is in northeastern. There is northwestern Kenya. There is a desert area there where the second largest refugee camp in the world is situated. Now we have about 150 plus LGBT refugees in that camp. They are facing constant attacks from fellow refugees and citizens of Kenya who live within that region. There has been very little done in terms of protection. And if you were on the live earlier on today, or you can go back and watch it, they showed us the wounds on their bodies. You would think that was enough, but just a couple of hours ago, they were attacked again. So what you're seeing, the ambulances are coming in to take them to hospital. They've already taken the first batch, and the ambulances are back to take another batch.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Victor.
Yes, please.
Yeah, thanks so much for being in touch with us to demonstrate.
Yes.
We are very great you have been with us since the whole day, I guess. Yeah, this scenario just happened, and this is, I think, you are going to see all the what we've got, like people have really had, and I think this time around UNHCR will respond because they think what I think is maybe they think that we fake the situation, but the block leaders and the security were there. They were also attacked. I think this time around they will know that we are not faking the situation. But hopefully, me myself, I've just talked with the UN, and they said that they're going to give us the immediate response. And the police is here around, so we are hoping to get.
So the UN Agency for Refugees is saying they're giving you a response tonight?
Yeah, I've just talked to UNHCR, and they said that they've sent their team that in a few hours they will be here with us. And they said that they are going to give us the concrete something, Yeah, not like before. So hopefully, but we are here. We don't know what could happen in the next few hours because, my dear, it's not easy.
Who has sent the ambulance?
So, Victor, what I can say, I'm going to send you the pictures. You have to see them. I'm going to put on your page. I'll tag you. You'll see the pictures of those people who are injured.
Okay.
Right now, just give me some few minutes and you will see them. Because I can't say much, because some of our members, most of them, we have not even seen them. We don't know where they are. Because the number, yeah, most of them, most we are here, but others we don't know, to be honest. Yeah, most are scattered. Others we don't know where they are in the hospital or they are where. We just here. The first car was the police cars taking the first people who were injured first, and this ambulance you have seen here, it has taken the second route. So, to be honest, I can't go with this. We shall find out after.
Yeah, thank you. And this is what you face almost on a daily basis.
This was the second time this very day. The moment we finished chatting in the morning, the conversation we had, there is another incident which happened at around 4 in the evening. That ended.
What happened at 4 in the evening?
Yeah, at around 4, we have 4 people seated behind there.
Yeah.
What I can say, Doreen and other 3 members, Doreen, Crichton, and me, and there's another one called Rollins. The Sudanese came and attacked us around 4. The block leader came, they chased them away. We thought it has ended, but this one, by the way they came back at around 5. So it ended up to this time, and the ambulance came at this time. We tried to resist, but these people were big in number. That's what I can say. They were all over this place. I see now it's dark, you can't see, but we are surrounded, unless the other side of the road, which was empty, but this side was occupied by Sudanese. Others were putting on football jerseys, which I recognized it was yellow in color.
Okay.
And they were singing some songs, by the way.
Okay. There are a lot of people who were not on the live show. Kumacha wetwabeeredde wano nga mutulage. Are there people who are willing to do that? Okwogera ku nsonga ezo mutakikanga.
People But people here, you can at least talk to each and everybody and tell you what he has seen and what he has went through.
We are here for you guys when we are listening.
Yeah, so you are going to start from this one. I'll try to at least to give you anyone. So we'll start with this one. Okay.
Hello.
Victor.
We are here.
I just don't know what I don't even know what to say, but it has been a total mess. You guys have been many in number, like, I just don't know what to say. We've been attacked. We've tried to call GRC. We've tried to call the police. The OCS had just picked the phone and then hung up. We just didn't know what to do next. They came almost after a full hour. Like, seriously, people are dying. We are going to lose our lives. When we were still at the UNHCR compound, they said we go back to our houses, they are safe. They promised to give us protection. We've never received anything. It's we who protect ourselves. We sleep outside. We have to protect ourselves. Their mothers, their little babies. We just don't know what to do next, because even the police is also homophobic. If you go there when we are beaten, they don't give us anything. Now, I wanted them to come and see and witness, because they already say we are faking everything. Where were they when we are being attacked? If they promised to give us security, what next? They've just come when everything is done. Now, what are they going to explain to us?
That's all she can say so far now. There are some others who are seated outside here. One has got a dislocation.
Yeah. Hello, how is it?
Good evening.
I'm called Kakuma. Yeah.
Mukwan, Chichi, what are you feeling now?
Hello? My body, I'm feeling unconscious. We feel unconscious. All of us. Because some of our colleagues, some of our partners, our members, they run out, they hide themselves. We don't know the place where exactly they are. So we are too scared about those people. Okay.
Victor,
Yes.
you can even see the house which happened to this house. They thought there are some people, this is our store which we normally keep our food inside here. You can see how you can see the house is all empty. This is where it's our storage. That's what I can tell you. That's where we keep our food. But you see the padlock was locked up, but they tried to force entry. So there are some other people who are here.
Yeah, what is that on your hand? Have you been in hospital too?
Yeah, I've been in hospital. I was in prison one way back. I was in prison. I was among those people who were arrested when we are taken to we took Stephen to the hospital.
Yes.
So there I came back from prison. I was sick. So yesterday I was taken to drip. Up to now I'm still on medication.
Okay, tulaka abalala awo abalumiziddwa ne bwe balumiziddwa. Let people see what is happening in this camp. And guys out there, I think we need to be there for these humans. Forget LGBT. Humans are dying. It's 9 p.m. They're supposed to be in their beds, but they're keeping outside in order to wait for the enemy to attack for nothing, just because they're LGBT, because they're perceived to be gay or lesbian or transgender or bisexual or whatever, queer. This is what is happening to them. We cannot remain silent. We cannot say we are celebrating Pride. It's okay. Let us celebrate Pride, but let us take a minute in our day to speak up for these people. Weyongera okutulaga.
Kati boss, these are the people who have stayed here, but as I've told you or later on, 2 cars have been taken. They've been taken to the hospital. So you can now talk to one of our friends here. She can speak for herself.
Hello.
Hello, how are
I'm
you?
good. How are you? It's not good there.
I'm not okay.
You're not okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. Yeah, everything happened when we were seeing like
Mm.
this. Some, like a neighbor.
Louder, please. We don't hear you very well.
Like some neighbor of ours helped women and children, and she hid us. When she hid us, we saw everything that was taking place here. Our people tried to
Wait a
hide,
minute.
but the
Your
neighbor
neighbor got the children and some women and hid them. Is the neighbor from Sudan?
and no,
Burundi.
Burundi. She's a Burundian.
Alright.
Yeah, she does. But what happened to our people, the men, it was not fine. It was not good. They were beating people when we were looking like this.
Andaba,
Are
amulaba.
you getting me? Hello.
Ala mulaba, kulaba. Hold on.
Hello, are you getting me?
Yeah.
Anti alaba nze yuli abalabune. Kamera. Kamera tennaba kukyuka.
Abaye abantu.
Okikyusa. Etoledde?
Yes.
I was saying they bet our people here, and we're looking, seeing everything. They rooted our things. We're there inside, seeing everything. They broke our houses. They are all damaged. You look.
Let's look more at the houses, guys. These are the houses.
Those are the houses.
These are the houses.
These are the houses where
Here is saying that they gave us and we are safe. We sleep inside. Do you see them?
Have you those houses?
They are
The UNHCR?
yeah.
It said that we are safe. We still have our houses. Are these houses? Are really these houses?
Yeah. So Victor,
Yes.
another, yeah, you can talk to another member of us.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. Hi.
Yes, for me, I have a child. I never managed to run to that place where some kids had run. Were taken. Me, I got stuck because stones were everywhere, and I just hid in the house inside. But they almost entered to cut me. I was not alone in that house. We were like 4. I was me, my child. There is another lady and Doreen. We were inside. We didn't know what to do. We were stuck there. But what we were doing was calling on the numbers that we thought we would get help from those numbers. They would call the police. We called the police. They started switching off the phones. The numbers, they started switching off the phones. They told us that we called a number. We thought we would get help, but they told us, you don't call us. You call UNHCR. It's the one that brought you here. But is that really, is UNHCR helping us?
So
Because they started beating the house, they started cutting the iron sheets. We thought our lives were going to die from there. It has been God's mercy that we managed to survive. Imagine I had my son. He was miserable. He was frightened. That's the life we've been.
I'm glad that people are listening to you. I just wanted to ask. Where is Stephen right now?
Stephen is in the hospital.
And he had just returned from hospital from an attack.
Yes, his leg has got a dislocation. His leg has got a dislocation. Stephen, Crichton, and Doreen.
And Doreen.
Many, there are many. There are many. Even Doreen, they're in the hospital. That's why you can't talk to them right now.
Okay, and all this is happening to these people because they.
The one you're talking right now, it's just God is mercy. Because we hid.
And you're
even the ones who are lost.
You're staying outside tonight because you want to guard yourselves.
No, we normally sleep outside. These houses you're seeing, they are the houses where men and ladies and children, that's where they sleep.
So they there while the rest of you stay outside guarding.
So these are the houses, as I think you can see. These where children and women do sleep, but men, we normally sleep outside. This, you can see this iron sheet, how it was done. You can see. Mukasa, I think you can see. Yeah. Usually.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I know it's not good.
By the names of Samson Savannah, yes. I am not LGBTI, but I'm Ugandan like them. When I had an alarm from my home place, I get learned to them. Then I came, then I saved someone's life. Then I call him to my place. So these people, they are in danger. This serious issue.
Thank you, sir.
Do not joke with this. Yes.
Thank you.
Please, they need help. I am not LGBTI and will never be. But these are my fellow brothers.
Thank you, sir.
Right?
Thank you for what.
Thank you so much.
Friend,
okay. It's somehow dark, but yes, I'm going to.
Guys, tag a police.
Okay, you're going to see other
organization. Tag human.
Yeah, these are the saucepans which we normally cook our food from. These are the saucepans. Yes, this is the general, because you normally cook food, all of us. There are two, and this is where we normally prepare our supper from, lunch, and so on. So I'm going to show you another house where children and lady, they normally sleep. You can see here, it's now, you can see this, it's a hole, you can go outside.
So that person is sleeping there for the night.
Yes, things are gone. You can see this is where the children were sleeping. You see, this is where children normally sleep. The children you saw during the broad daylight. I hope you saw them. They sleep here. Suitcases were packed in this corner for safety reasons. Documents and what they were in this corner, they were taken. Money, what, all of the things were taken. We are left with nothing. People pass through this. You can see this is a space.
And explain, why are they doing, who is doing this to you, and why are they doing it to you? Please explain to our viewers.
So people who are doing us, they are the same refugees. I can't tell, because on Easter Sunday this year, we were attacked by Burundians. This very day, today, they are Sudanese. And I can't tell that Nweri, Dinkas, what, I can't tell the tribe. What I can know, they are Sudanese.
Why are they attacking?
Yeah. Because we are gay and lesbians staying in this camp. That's the reason. I can't hide it. I've been in prison for almost 2 times.
All right.
Let's go on.
Okay, let's see what you're showing us there. And after that, we are going to bring Purity and Moses Mbazi.
Okay, let me take you outside. Okay. This person you're seeing here, he was in prison with me 2 days back from, today is Friday, Friday. I was with him in the prison on Wednesday. but I've told him to go to the hospital because we were arrested in the hospital. He has decided not to go to the hospital. That same hospital. Because the people, you had the 6 people who were arrested that very day. He was among them, me plus other 4. All of them, they have decided not to go to that hospital because they are afraid. The doctor warned them because of being gay and lesbian, he can't work on them. He has been injured on the head. You can see he's holding the head. You see, he's holding the head. He's called Waswa Dennis. You can see the stones. Yeah. Victor, are you still on?
Yes, I'm here.
I,
Yes.
Yeah. And one of the other guy who is called Eric. You can see even this house. Hmm? And you see this bag is one of our members. He was in the, you see everything has been taken. The bag's empty now. You can see this house. These are shelters for the kids and the women. So,
Okay.
so Victor,
Yeah, thank you so much.
So what we want to do now, right now, we want to carry out a head count.
Okay.
Yes, of the people who are sleeping. You can see this compound. People are sleeping starting from the road. You see from there up to this way down. But as you can see the number is too small.
It means some people.
Others, we don't know where they are, but
You have
right now,
people in the hospital.
yes, but others,
and others.
so we are going to do what we call head count
Yeah.
to see who are not in place, how many are missing, how many are present.
Okay.
We shall try to ask everyone his friend
of the live. I'll bring Purity and and Moses online now to just unpack and and then I'll bring you back.
they can go on.
I will bring you back in a few minutes after the head count.
So okay. Right now, you see this one here?
Yeah.
He was also injured. He's called Hamza. He was among those 6 people I've told you were in prison with me. He has also refused to go to the hospital. How you can see him, he's
Hamza.
disappointed. He has been, yes, he can talk for himself.
Hamza.
Yes, hello to the
I'm
world.
sorry.
We are not safe. We are living under fear. We don't, I'm even speechless. We don't trust the hospitals. We don't trust the security. We are attacked during broad day night. Where is the life? Where is the life? We are not secure. We are not secure. We are not secure. We are not safe. We need to leave this place as soon as possible, get into a safer place.
Thank you very much. Okay, guys, I'm going to get back to you. Let us bring Purity and Moses on for this, and then
Moses agenda right?
Yes, I will call you back. I'll call you back, guys. You do the head count. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, let me carry out the head count.
Okay.
Then I'll get back to you.
All right. Yes, friends, that is the situation. And that is what is happening. Moses and Purity, I just invited you to the live show. Please come and share with us and lead us. Let us know what we can all collectively do to support our own. Moses, your connection is not good. Let's see if Purity can be added on. Purity is in Nairobi. Purity is an activist working on behalf of LGBT refugees in Kenya. She's a refugee herself, a transgender woman based in Nairobi. She's an urban refugee. Purity, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming. And I know that you've been brave there supporting your colleagues. I know that you're doing a lot of work there. And I am wondering if you have anything to share with us, and let us know what the demands of the refugees are and who you want to direct them to. We are listening, we are watching, and we'll work with you all.
First of all, I'm too emotional because sometimes the world doesn't understand what exactly it means to be a refugee, first of all, and when you are LGBTQ, and when you are reduced to a camp that is dominated by other refugees that are actually very deadly. I mean, you know, it's just that bad. And because there is genocide going on right now. It's called genocide.
I get you, Purity.
Sorry.
And take your time. I get you. Do you want to first take a breather?
Yeah, I will still speak. So, being LGBTQ refugee in a country that already criminalizes everybody, that is LGBTQA is more harsh. I'm an urban refugee, but I know what Kakuma Camp means. And being LGBTQ and taken to a camp, among the biggest camps in the world, the biggest, where the fraction of LGBTQ persons are a handful out of millions, is more harsh. So many people see the pictures of people oozing out blood and, they get traumatized, but they don't understand what it means for that person who oozes out blood on a daily basis, just for who they are, and that's it. And there is no protection in there, like there is nothing they can do about it, because they're in the same camp with those kind of people. So there is no way they're going to escape that. Somebody from South Sudan, I think, who is very angry at themselves, because sometimes these are fellow refugees also, who are homophobic, transphobic, and etc., and angry because they left their countries with atrocities, political refugees who had already gone through a lot, so they are angry. So my worry is we're going to see so many dead people in that camp.
These pictures, Purity, are from today. Friends out there, this attack was just a couple of hours ago. These guys are in hospital right now. I'm sorry that I have it. This is graphic. I'm so sorry that I'm showing you this. But we need to understand the intensity of this. The people you see speaking to you there, some of them are the ones you see being battered in these pictures. This was about 2 hours ago. It is real. Some of them are in hospital already. Others have refused to go to the hospital because even in the hospital, they are being there's prejudice in the hospital. But this is an attack from today. I showed earlier pictures from an attack from earlier today and the other night. And human rights defenders here, we cannot say that we do not have resources. We do not need a lot of resources for this. For starters, we need to speak out. For starters, we need to declare this a state of emergency. For starters, we need to save lives. Purity, what can the world do? What can human rights defenders here do to save these lives, to call for protection? How can lead us as human rights activists on behalf
First of all,
of judges?
I would love to say that please stop pretending that you do not know what is happening.
Yeah.
Don't call yourself a human rights defender, more so for LGBTQ rights. When people are being slaughtered, when there is genocide in Kakuma Camp in Kenya, and you're quiet, your organizations are quiet, activists are quiet, they just see those graphic photos and they don't want to see them, or videos, and all they want to see when people post about it, they're like, please blur these photos. Why do you think somebody feels who is actually oozing out that same blood? And then these agencies that are responsible to at least handle refugees issues, please stop pretending. Stop. You cannot be receiving all the donations and every grant that you get, and then you still treat people like this. If it was your child, every day being beaten up and oozing out blood, people are blacking out. Little beautiful souls like these are not even mature people in most cases, because 90% are young people in their youthful age. There is nobody who can choose that kind of life. Those people you're seeing, they are staying in tents. The tents are surrounded by people, South Sudanese, the natives of Kenya, the Turkanas, and everybody, just in the same location. There is no protection at all. It's a tent. It can be tiered just apart. How do you expect them to sleep? If you are in that kind of, and that is the most remote area in Kenya, if you were in that situation, how would you feel? So people should stop pretending and feel like I'm an activist when there are people in your same spectrum, in your same community, going through all that. Activists just down there have blacked out, all of them. We all know Doreen is among the most strong transgender activists in that camp. She fainted. It took hours and hours and hours for her to be taken to the hospital. And people still pretend as if everything is okay, and then you go and say, and you say, you are an activist? You are a human rights defender? And you see all these atrocities happening to your own community. What happened to activism of those days where people had to think about somebody else? I'm here, I'm a bit safer because I'm in Nairobi. But you do not need to know what I've gone through as well. Probably maybe tomorrow I even won't afford where I'm staying, definitely. I don't want to go through that stuff again because I'm also a refugee here and I'm a transgender woman. It hurts that much. If you are not in our shoes, you cannot understand. Please try to understand. Those agencies that are getting money that are meant to take care of LGBTQ refugees, where does that money go to though?
But we are seeing a lot of money being raised online for you, for you guys. What is happening with that? Because the reason that some people actually are not even helping in taking people, supporting people to go to hospital, or even leave a camp to safety into Nairobi, is because money is being raised left, right, and center online.
Let me tell you one thing, my brother. That is not money enough. People don't know the work that is down here. When you send $10, if you send Purity $10, because I'm a vocal activist and a refugee, I share it with over 50 people. And I will not tell you that. When you send me food meant for like a week, I will have to share it with somebody else, because how would I even afford to have a meal seeing what is happening when somebody can't even afford a meal or they have been hungry for a while? They go into people's inboxes and all those human rights defenders and stuff to beg, because they are not accepted here. We can even talk about the Kenyan community itself and the Kenyan LGBTQ activists. Please, we need to stop pretending, because LGBTQ rights are universal. It doesn't need a country. So every person from whichever country, so long as you're part of my community, you are my family.
Purity.
But yes.
What can we do with the UNHCR?
With UNHCR, we need effort for all of us, like, effort that all of us activists worldwide, everywhere, to put them on pressure to understand that yes, all refugees have issues, because honestly, all refugees suffer. But there is a community that even the other refugees don't like. They stay together. What can they do? They just need to be taken out of that community. Refugees attack them. The community itself, the Turkanas, also attack them, and they do not know what to do.
So we should call upon the UN Refugee Agency, the UNHCR, to get refugees from Kakuma to safety.
Exactly. And let me tell you another thing. Everybody is now angry about the COVID-19 coronavirus issue. It has affected everybody, because, even like here in Kenya, there are lockdowns, there are curfews, businesses have been shut down just to protect everybody. So those people who had jobs out there are now very angry and idle and do not know what to do. And the only thing they can do is to divert their anger to LGBTQ refugees. Because those days, sometimes they could be busy working, but they can't support their family.
Purity, thank you so much for sharing with us. I will be bringing you back. Purity is one of the activists in Kenya working on behalf of LGBT refugees. She's an urban refugee based in Nairobi. Zira Moses, who is also, I think, an urban refugee right now, but has lived in Kakuma Camp, to come and, address us and advise and lead us on how to proceed with this. Moses, I'm inviting you. It is not going through. People in Kakuma, I don't know if you've done your head count. I'm ready to bring you back online. But Moses, your phone is not adding. Pastor Mondo, I've seen you. Please pray for LGBT refugees in Kakuma. They are under attack. Every few hours, I have been with them today. We were on a live show earlier on, and they had just been attacked. And as I was waking up from a nap today, this is what I found. These are fresh attacks on these guys by Sudanese refugees. So they're not safe in the camp, in Kakuma camp, where they are. There are so many horrible pictures on the internet of people bleeding, people almost limbless, because they're being attacked because they're gay. And we are calling on everybody to rise up on behalf of these brothers and sisters and others in Kakuma camp without judgment, because they are humans, and surely we can stand for humanity. Prayers are not enough. A call for protection is what they need. They are hungry, but right now they are not even fronting their tummies. They want to be out of that camp. They want to go to get to safety because they do not know how they're going to survive the next. I have seen pictures and videos of their houses, their tents being set on fire. I have seen that. If you go online, you will see it. But what LGBT activists out there, human rights defenders, mainstream human rights defenders out there, really, really, we can remain silent when people have gotten to this level? You refugees who left Kakuma Camp and Kenya and went into North America and Europe, is this the time for you really to be silent about the plight of your brothers and sisters that you left in that camp? Would this not be the right time for you to rise up and speak and testify and tell the story of Kakuma Camp and Nairobi? Should we remain silent? Where is the outrage? Where is the outrage? And when do we say this is a state of emergency? We already lost LGBT people, refugees in Nairobi from HIV and AIDS because of lack of care a couple of years ago. Just this year, we lost another one to suicide. To a human being, an LGBT refugee was so depressed because of what they are going through, what you have seen, that they went in the yard, the compound of the UN Refugee Agency, put a rope around their neck and hung themselves from a tree at the UNHCR. Those who don't know, the UNHCR is the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. It is the UN Refugee Agency. This LGBT person hung themselves in the compound of their offices in Nairobi, just I think a couple of months ago, because of what you have seen that is happening. How many should we bury? How many should we announce dead online? We are defending LGBT human rights across the world. We are defending rights to marriage. We are defending rights to hormones, rights to housing and everything. When do we take the right to life? Very important. When do we get out of our comfort zone and type a letter to the UNHCR calling for protection of LGBT refugees? When do we get on our computers and ask human rights organizations in Kenya, in Africa, in North America, in Europe, in Asia, name it, in Australia? When do we get on our computers and ask them to act? Because they are not seeing. Some of them are not seeing. But we can't take that. If they don't see, we will let them know. When do we get up and advise those of us who are aware of the situation, advise these human rights organizations to act? When do these human rights organizations listen? When do these people up there with resources, when do they regard all of us very valuable to this struggle, that when we bring issues, they listen? When do they get off that brings in resources to them to listen to the issue of LGBT refugees, which probably is not a priority issue, but while they are the people dying right now? When do you listen? When do we wake up? When do you out there listening realize that helping and contributing to all the fundraising out there for these refugees, when do you take it seriously? When do you make a call to Kakuma Camp to find out how they survive? Now, let me tell you, friends, they have attacks every night. I am on the phone here with them every night. Run here, run there. We are at the UNHCR. We are doing this every night. Almost there is an attack. In the last 12 hours, there have been 2 attacks. I was here earlier on, and now I am back with fresh attacks. Moses, please come online and explain what is happening. But friends out there, so good to see you, Moses, finally.
So no, just leave it.
How you doing?
Hi, Victor.
Are you in Nairobi?
Hi, Victor.
I hear you.
Hi, Victor.
Moses, just carry on. I hear you when you speak. The connection is really terrible. You know? Shen Phillips, are you here? Shen Phillips, if you're here, please send your request too. Eno, I don't see your request. If we have any activists from Nairobi, we are happy. We are happy to bring you online. If anybody would like to come and contribute, seriously, the people from Nairobi, people from Kakuma, what we want are those concrete points. The concrete points. What do you want people to get away from here with? What message do you have for the world? What are you demanding from the UNHCR and Kenyan government? What action do you want? Make a call to action now. Make a call to action. We are listening. Purity, maybe you can lead on that. Call us to action. Lead us into action. We are ready to follow. Lead us into action, Purity. Lead us into action. What do you want us to do? We have ideas, but it's better you lead us on this.
Thank you very much. First of all, sorry, our electricity also went off.
Right.
So you can imagine, yeah, it's that bad sometimes. But what we need to do is to look out for our own. If anybody is an activist out there, LGBTQA and plus activists out there that always portrays to be very passionate about their community, now is the time to save lives in Kakuma Camp. There is genocide going on in our own community. And we are attending meetings, you know, we are activists. So you attend meetings, you attend workshops, you do everything, but you forgot a community that is actually going through way so much. Just combined efforts can save us from this situation. There are donor organizations in our own community. We did that a year back in 2019. People were being slaughtered. Myself and Moses Mbazira, we had a project to get out those people. They all got out. UNHCR to act faster. They all got out. Now, even getting funding for it was really that hard. But do people who give out funding understand that there are people and suffering communities in Kenya where it is in their spectrum to support whoever they give the funding? Do they have more issues than people who are losing their lives down there? We recently buried somebody. You know, we lost a gay boy, a refugee, just because he couldn't take it anymore. And it's just probably a week ago, a few weeks ago, or a month ago, he chose to hang himself. We never buried him. It is during this COVID-19, we are staying at home and we are crying from home. People are fainting in Kakuma Camp. The communities surrounding them are too hostile. There is no fence, there is no nothing. People are staying in tents. This is a remote area where even the word homosexuality is way too big for them. The word gay is way too big, or transgender is way too big. These are natives, and they carry their cultural norms and respects so highly. So lynching you as an LGBTQA person is in a minute, because you are not accepted in their community, you are a cult, things like that.
Mhm.
It is not a lot. Just, somebody can sacrifice $1, $10, $20. We can put efforts together to save, our own people. We can look out for these organizations that fund LGBTQ CBOs, community-based organizations, to come on board, so that we can. This is a crisis. There is genocide going on right now in Kenya, in Kakuma Camp. It's not the normal genocide. It is LGBTQA refugees genocide, kind of genocide. When somebody dies, like if I die right now, I know so many people are going to post about it, feel sorry about it. And for us, LGBTQA plus activists, we are fond of posting and, giving good eulogies about activists who die. LGBTQA refugees activists are dying in Kakuma. Doreen is not, she can't respond. She fainted. She's been beaten with battalions on her head and everywhere. Everybody is now, like, there is genocide going on. And we cannot wait for people to die so that we can, that's why I sometimes even feel angry for,
Is Doreen?
you can, that is another girl now.
Okay. That one has also been attacked.
Yes. And that person, that young, beautiful transgender girl doesn't have a voice, can't speak English. So you do not know what they are going through. I remember in Uganda, we always celebrate David Kato, and we are so glad that we celebrate him. But why do we celebrate the dead, though, when we can protect them when they are still alive? We all see what happens in Kakuma. People don't want to see those images because they are very traumatizing. They traumatize me as well. I cry a lot because I am a refugee too, and I'm a transgender, and I'm a transgender activist. It hurts me. These are my people that I see. These are my children. Every day there is a need. On top of being attacked, they don't even have any social distancing, any mask on them. They don't have any protection. So if coronavirus hits so badly in Kakuma Camp, we would lose all of them. Nobody's seeing that. And we already have somebody who has been diagnosed with COVID-19 in Kakuma Camp.
Kakuma Camp?
Yes. It is so, you can imagine people who don't have enough sanitation, they sleep in a tent, they are being attacked on a daily basis, they don't have any basic needs. If coronavirus hit that area, what exactly don't we see? Would you be happy as an activist or as an organization, a donor organization, or a well-wisher to see over 200 and plus LGBTQ refugees being dying of just one disease, and we don't even have time to bury them, and then you start posting about it? It is that bad. And then finally,
I have a question.
I would love to.
Funds. We have
Yes.
of GoFunds going around, GoFund campaign,
Mm-hmm.
and we are wondering, just in case people are willing to contribute, what is the best, like what kind of organization is there, especially for the people in Kakuma, starting with Kakuma? Of course, Nairobi is also you will be coming back here to talk about the plight of LGBT refugees in Nairobi. But we are seeing raising resources being raised left, right, and center. Is this money coming to the right places? If people want to give, which of those channels should they give to? Or should we start a fresh campaign to fundraise for LGBT refugees in Kenya? And how would this work?
Thank you very much for that question. It's very important. First of all, I would love to first urge my community in Kakuma to be a team, to be a community. They are too angry. Somebody can't cut off your ear and then tomorrow you're not angry. It is obvious. and you know that even the other day they're going to even still attack you, and you know anytime you can die. So they have become so angry, depressed, mentally disturbed. They have lost hope. So even themselves, they fight each other. They have so many factions, which sometimes becomes hard for somebody to donate. But at the end of the day, we just need just one community and make sure that we get these people out. So I would love us to start afresh for the Kakuma people. For the Nairobi, their CBOs, it's easy. The systems are okay. Now for Kakuma Camp, because of what they go through on a daily basis, they do not have time to make systems in place, to put systems in, even to make peace. And you know, you cannot make peace with your own community when literally you are dying in hospital, you don't have food, you are sleeping in a tent. And by the way, reptiles, wild animals attack them also when they are sleeping. You wake up to a snake just, you know, in your chest. I don't want to think about it.
Purity, but that
So
is
it is
what we're thinking with. Can you lead on, you and Moses and all those that you're working with, actually work out something in Kakuma that we can collectively, you know, support? Because I understand there are a lot of divisions, group here, group there. This group is being supported, this is not being supported. Can we leave it to you guys, you know, to organize that in a few days we have some kind of guidance and direction on how to help the lives in Kakuma, and then we can also work around the advocacy, still with you leading us.
Thank you very much. And the fact that we have already done that project to get people out of there, it took us a year to do that, by the way, me and Moses Mbazira and the team behind us. So we have already started, we have been engaging them, and I'm glad that most of them really.
Who are you engaging?
I'm engaging the activists in Kakuma, the LGBTQ activists in Kakuma, and the entire community. Why most of them, you know, call me mother. I'm their mother. So they reach out to me. What can we do? And you know, different factions. You know, this faction tells you this, tells you that, and we are telling them that for right now, ego and pride can't work because everybody is suffering. And the people telling you, by the way, those stories about others is somebody, when somebody is attacked and blood is oozing out, they call you and they're like, I'm in purity, I want to die, and ABCD. So such a person even needs so much to do with their mental health, depression, and all that, rehabilitation. So it's us to help them to make sure that it's a community. And we are glad that right now they are starting to get back together and be a community and leave alone the differences and the trauma they are suffering. Because somebody whose arm has been cut off or who has just blacked out because battalions were being hit in their heads, you cannot reason with them so soberly. But for me and Moses Mbazira and the team and some well-wishers, we are trying to begin to, first of all, talk to them on one-on-one, and first make sure that, you know, you calm them down. The good thing that I'm also a refugee here, and I'm a transgender, and I'm an activist, so they easily can relate to me.
So I'm going to rely on your purity and your efforts. For you who is listening, sometimes I'll be very open. I help them with phone credit. For example, for them to be on live, I had to send credit. If anybody cares and can, please, there's a way you can send credit to these people online from the comfort of your home. $5 goes a long way for Purity to organize, to make a teleconference with people in Kakuma to talk to talk to them and for them to try to organize this. Let me know if you want to help, at least facilitate the communication before they bring out a plan that we can follow. Let me know. It doesn't cost much. $10 goes a long way. for them to get data on their phones so that they have that kind of communication. We need to have them organized. They can organize themselves. And once they have organized themselves, they can now lead us on that march to protection, which we want to be a part of. I think that we should all commit that this Pride Month, yes, we can celebrate Pride in so many ways, but let us march these people to protection. And we shall say, we are proud LGBTI people. We are proud human rights defenders. We are proud humans because we stood up for humans. So Purity, I want to try and bring back Mbazira. If Mbazira fails, please let the Kakuma people to come and say bye to people here, and then we see if they have found out how many people are missing, because we left when they were doing a head count, and how many people in hospital. Let me try to Moses. If it fails, tell Claire and the rest of the Kakuma team to send in the report so that we get them. Thank you so much, Purity, and really thank you for what you're doing for your community there. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Proud of you as well.
We love you. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you, everybody who is here. Like Foster, my sister, I'm happy to see you. Razim Panza, as usual, I'm happy to see you. Junior and Samia Maima, you have work to do, my darling human rights defender. We need to rise up for our colleagues. Kakuma Camp, please get online. Mbazira Moses, I'm trying to invite you again, but if you fail to come in, at least we know that we do something. Yes,
I'm now connecting.
Moses, we hear you. We are ready to hear what.
Try you.
All right, Moses, I think that when we do another live, you will have to team up with Purity, and we can, have you talk to us from a place where there's network. It is very unfortunate because I know that, those who can do, let us sign all kinds of petitions to the various entities concerned, even if we have to petition our colleagues who have the resources and the voice to speak. If it means writing to our colleagues, our fellow human rights defenders, we shall do that. We shall petition them. But this cannot continue happening. And some of us will not let this continue happening. It's just that we want to work together, because when we work collectively, the results are mega. And we are there for each other. And we can do this. Let us have a happy Pride Month, but let us also be there for our friends. If there is any activist who wants to come online, please show up. Kakuma, I'm looking for you. Kakuma, I'm looking for you before we leave. If you could just come and have that last word. I'll be coming up with a list of recommendations from activists for those of you who want to start acting. We might come up with an informal call to action, because no organization is if there's an organization that is ready to lead us on this, I'll be so happy. But in the meantime, I'm gonna issue a small call to action for us to start acting as those who have a voice. Join us. But I thank you all for being here. If Kakuma would show up now, that would be great. If Kakuma would show up now, that would be great for your last word, and to let us know what the head count has been. How many people are missing? How many people do we need to find today? Those who just came up, who just joined the line, Mama Stella Nyanzi, I'm so happy to see you. I'm so very, very honored to see you on this live freedom fighter, Mama Stella Nyanzi. Those of you who have just come on here, it is about LGBT refugees in Kakuma Camp. Earlier on, they had an attack, and then I took a nap here. And when I got up, I found that they had had a second attack in one day. And that is the order of the day. It is something that happens every day. We have seen their tents being burnt down. We have seen them being cut and sliced like vegetables. Literally, this is happening. This is happening. This is not Wolokoso. This is not propaganda. This is not exaggeration. In fact, we are not really presenting issues exactly how they are because of network problems, that sometimes we are not able to show some of what is happening. But this is reality. This is reality. Very soon, and I don't want that time to come when we start typing RIP when we did nothing. When we did nothing, it's not good for us to type IRP. I want to show you some of the pictures, some of the graphics from, it's not good stuff, but this, we have to face it. This is from an attack today. These are LGBT refugees attacked by Sudanese refugees. And the crime they have committed is because they are either gay, lesbian, they are bisexual, they are transgender. This is the only reason why you see that wound above that man's eye. It's the reason you see that blood on that shirt oozing from their head. Because they are gay, they were beaten about 3 hours ago by fellow refugees in Kakuma Camp, which is one of the largest camps in the world. Largest camp. It was at some point the largest until recently. This was from an attack earlier today. This is not the one we are even talking about. This is in the last 12 hours. This person here has now gone, is completely down because they were beaten earlier on and they have been beaten again. That's why those are the activists from the camp. That one is Stephen Sebuma. We pray and send them strength so that they survive. That was from an earlier attack. The reason why we came on a live show earlier on. Those are some of them and their attackers. It was really, really hectic. You don't want to see some of those pictures, but it is reality. We have pictures of their houses being burnt down. We have kids being beaten. Kids, because some of them have children, and those children are not safe. We cannot remain silent. But let us do akati sabadange, fellow activists out there. Let us get out of that comfort zone. Let us get out of that lukungu, that I'm so important. Oh, I know more. We all don't know, but we can rise up and learn and speak out. Especially those of you who have a voice, who have a voice. This is a picture of one of the lesbians there. That is what happened to them. And even rape is the order of the day there. We have received, this is also a very recent picture from today. Like this is nothing to them because other things, worse things have even happened to them. And I don't think that it is the time for us to just watch while these things are happening. Wherever we are, we can do something. It is time for us to act. Kakuma Camp, if you're able, please come. Eno, I'll bring you on briefly so when they come, we can have them update us on what is happening right now. That's what it is, friends. I will be issuing something today for us. These are real. These are real. This is not from today. This is, I think, from last week. You know, that kind of this. I cannot even explain. These are our brothers and sisters, actually, human beings. We can better call them human beings because they are. They are going through what they go through because they are LGBT, because they are gay, because they are, because they are, and sometimes they don't even get stitches for these wounds that you see there. We saw some of them healing this morning. We looked at some of these wounds beginning to heal, but it is reality. We saw also that wound had got a few stitches this morning, but and that is Sebuma again. Sebuma, I think, is beaten every day. I think every day Sebuma is attacked by other refugees in that camp. They've received attacks from Sudanese. They've received from Burundians. Whichever group of refugees feel like punishing gay people and transgender people, they rush. They stab them through their clothes. You can see that wound. It is through the trousers. They will stab them through their clothes. It is real. It is not a movie. It is true story. These people are suffering. Now, these ones that you see are really cut. These are the ones who usually sleep outside those tents because they are trying to protect the children and the women, the lesbian women, queer women in the camp. So they hear that the Sudanese are coming, and the police in Kakuma is even afraid of the Sudanese. That this morning the police went and told the LGBT refugees, "You are in trouble. We have seen the Sudanese coming. We've seen the Sudanese coming. I think you should get your clubs and sticks and defend yourself." This is what the police told our people. This in the morning, you know, the police itself was afraid of. I wish that times were better. Some of us would be right there, no matter what. But since we can't get our friends back online, I think I'm gonna send. I have another live show that I have committed to from somebody else. Please keep following me on my page. Follow Purity page. Follow Purity page. Purity as in pure, Purity page as in PAIGE. Purity page on Facebook. You will get updates from there. Follow Stephen Stephen Sebuma on Facebook. You'll get live updates from there. Follow Moses Mbazira. You'll get live updates from there. Follow my page, and please look out for any calls to action that we might put out there, any fundraising, and anybody who wants to help in the time being with resources for communication. Please reach out to me. Even if it is $5, there's a way we can send it to their phones, and they have a way to communicate, a way to be on these live shows. I have had to send them phone credit this morning for them to be able to capture the images and to be on the live show with us today. So if you can help me out with that kind of stuff before honorable organizations and honorable activists come on board, we can really work together to save these lives. Happy Pride to everybody, but make it happy by doing something spectacular, by standing up for LGBT refugees. Let them be the issue this Pride Month. Tampoze Matopeng from Lesotho, the Kingdom of Lesotho. I'm happy to see you, but we are also leaving right now. I am signing out for another live show in about in about 30 minutes with the Lighton Namubiru from Uganda. If you're up to that, you could come and join us, but we will keep working on these issues as time goes on. Adios. Sadia.